out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth.
Come on.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Hey.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Yeah.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Hey.
Bring them out, bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it. Boy, I sat down, still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the leg down.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Coming up, 2 teams ready to square off. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from South Philly. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Room to run right away. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. And as for much more, 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Cougar 19! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Steady!
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9.
At the Eagles' 43-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Rams first down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 6. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
He'll look, he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, one of his teammates downfield comes to his rescue and retains possession after the big play.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
Well, they clearly thought their best chance of barreling this across the goal line was to give it to the old fullback. But this defense was ready for it. He gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
They were stopped on second down, now 3rd and goal from the 1.
Here we go, here we go.
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Rams will take a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing. Joshua Carty, the kickoff for the Rams.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Ready. Check pink. Mega. Come on, set. Yellow. 22. Spike 60. Hut.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
Black 40. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one caught. That's Matthew Golden.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Here we go. Black Ultra. Green Jack. Check smash. Check hut.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
Let's go. Bronco 80. 60 Bison.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Start on the ground, and a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
19 targets. Ready.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, L.A.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Rams.
Ready. Pepper 60. Pepper 70. Timberwolves.
Now give on the ground. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. And it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. He sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. This is 3rd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18, go.
They'll look to throw. This is hot. He got the connection to Thomas. A gain there of 15. Good for a Rams first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Let's go now. Try to be lying.
They'll motion the slot man right. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Look wide, get this one complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
Red 38. Hut.
They'll begin here on the ground. And you'll get about 6 there. Setting up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
18-yard line.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
60 red.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Timberwolves.
Slot man in motion right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Jahad Campbell.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Like, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Now a give up the middle, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
The pass on second down. Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Third and long.
Get it. 60 by 7.
Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt, and that is incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on third and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative, playing for the fourth down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up fourth and a mile.
Wow, that could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
Set, ready. 50, green. Hut, hut.
Here's a run going left, and he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7.
Here we go, set. Beauty, yellow. Ready?
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That's good.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Ready.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
White, white. Ready.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Right.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
Here we go. Green Jack, 60 red. 60.
Back to the air one more time. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Slide through.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Good coverage there in the end zone, and is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Ready.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. And great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready. Let's go.
Now, faking the give. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones. And a big return. He's finally tackled right near midfield.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Here's your timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half.
Let's go. Blue 32, field black. Needle blue. Set.
He'll look to throw here on 1st down. Forced to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing, and completing. What a way to start this drive. A 2nd big play. This one for 22. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 10 black. Ready.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Come on. Hey! 70 Timberwolves.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. That is brought in. Rams use their third and final timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Ready, break.
They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, L.A. It's his second touchdown of the year.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
On the ready. Set. Black 40. Claws red. Hey.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught! And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. Yeah. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Ready, ready. Here we go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. A throw on the move is caught. Whoa. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's first and goal. A big one there to start the second half. A gain of 66 yards. So after the big play to start, now we have first and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for the second half. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Ready.
18 on the play. And the Rams first down.
Ready. 19. Charger. 19. Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Buffalo 18.
They bring Judy in motion. Back to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A pickup there of 13. First down, L.A.
30-yard line.
70 Lions. 19. 18. Ready up.
Pulling back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31.
He'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Jahan Campbell.
This has been tough to watch, Mike, really for a lot of reasons. And when you talk to everybody around this building, they know the future of this organization rests on the shoulders of this young rookie quarterback. And there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be missed throws and misreads. But 4 interceptions into today's game, you find yourself trailing here. At some point, they got to ask themselves, is this rookie giving us the best chance to win now, or are we just all in for the future? I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Ready. 40. Smash. Smash.
They'll stick with him again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Five 60. Here we go. 52 blue. Hey.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Eagles punt team.
Matt Araiza in punt formation.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. To the goal line and in. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Hardy now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams are back to within 7. It's 28-21. Here's Hardy now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken at the 7.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the double. Set.
He'll look to throw. That one reeled in by Golden. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
Check.
Up the middle they go. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
The 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
It is second and 6.
Ready, red, smash, red, yellow, 43. Steel, black, set, go.
They'll look to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Pittsburgh there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Let's go now.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Hey, red, black 40, you, yellow, needle blue, drill green, slide blue, ready.
They'll throw out of the gun, and that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and As the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Ready? 70, Timberwolf. Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready,
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Cougar 19.
He has Hyatt complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
That's good for a Rams first down. It's a gain of 10.
Ready.
First down, Los Angeles.
Going deep downfield for Judy. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards.
First down, Rams.
Viking 18. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's made right side by... Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
Trust me, Mike, I've been there. You're this close to the goal line. You're thinking you're going to score, and it's going to be 6. You're fighting, you're clawing, but you can't lose the ball. Everything has to be about protecting the football. Your heart drops when that ball slips out of your hands, and in this case, it dodges a bullet as this one goes harmlessly out of bounds.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Rams. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
Ready, break. Here we go. Set.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. No one open. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the 4th quarter.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here we go. Set. 70, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Okay, ready? Back. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now, faking the give, on the run to the right. escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
26-yard line.
That catch number 40 on the season for him.
On the ready.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
County Lions. Get it. 19 Charger. 19 Charger. Ready.
Handoff here, up the middle. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80. Ready.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, L.A. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Big spot for the Rams as they'll try to add a 2-point conversion now.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point
Lions.
conversion.
Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
31.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Red, yellow. Here we go. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll come up for 2nd and 9.
Come on, set. Ready?
They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and
So
5.
2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a big one. This 3rd down.
Claws red. Set. 33, yellow. Blue striker. Ready, ready.
They'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow, 22. Hut, hut.
They'll keep it on the ground. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. As it comes with a minute 25 left to go in the contest.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
62 blaster. Black 40. Ready.
Here comes Barkley. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. That'll give him 4 yards.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5.
Here we go. Set. Set. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Forced out wide. He's got it inside the 5. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Now, first and goal.
Hurt! Right there, hurt! Go!
They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal.
Let's go now. 19.
He's got it at the 3. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time. But what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
That's going to be caught. And he gets the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be, of course, the lead goes to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Okay.
This is first and 10.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And a timeout is called, so now you're probably looking at one final play back in their own territory. This is going to take a miracle. Here's second down.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish.